It is a true pleasure to be part of this wonderful luncheon hosted by the Friends of the Ocean City Pops, an organization that works so hard to support the arts and keep live music alive in our beautiful community. I'm so glad to be with you today, not only as a performer, but as vice chairman of the Friends of the Ocean City Pops and librarian at Ocean City High School. I'm very proud, thank you. I'm very proud to represent our students that came and shared their lovely talents with you today. So again, thank you, Taylor Mulford, and thank you, Christian Hornig-Finnegan. Today, we are celebrating the golden age of musical theater, spotlighting timeless legacies of Rodgers and Hammerstein. Their songs shaped Broadway and so many of our hearts with their rich melodies, sweeping stories, and social consciousness. Richard Rodgers and Oscar Hammerstein II did not just create hit after hit. They redefined the American stage, and they reshaped American musical theater into a powerful blend of entertainment, heart, and purpose. The golden age of musical theater was an era when music didn't just entertain, it helped us dream, reflect, and sometimes even change. So today, Vince and I are going to revisit timeless songs from the sentimental and romantic to the bold and thought-provoking, all brought to life by this legendary songwriting duo and their collaborators. So I'm going to begin the musical journey with a song that predates Rodgers and Hammerstein's official partnership, but it set the stage literally for what was to come. So although not written by Rodgers and Hammerstein as a team, Showboat was one of the earliest shows to take the American musical in a very serious direction. Written by Hammerstein with Jerome Kern, Showboat was a groundbreaking show in 1927 and a defining moment in American theater. Hammerstein's lyrics brought emotional depth and maturity to the distinct genre of musical theater. Julie sings this bittersweet ballad of love and memory, emotionally recalling her own lost love. Bill is quiet, honest, and beautifully human. I used to dream that I would discover the perfect lover someday. I knew I'd recognize him if ever he came around my way. I always used to fancy then he'd be one of the godlike kind of men, with a giant brain and a noble head, like the heroes bold in the books I've read. But along came Bill, who's not the type at all. You'd meet him on the street and never notice him. His form and face, his manly grace are not the kind that you would find in a statue. No, I can't explain. It's surely not his brain that makes me thrill. I love him because he's wonderful, because he's just my Bill. He's just my Bill, an ordinary guy. He hasn't got a thing that I can brag about, and yet to be upon his knee, so comfy and roomy, because he's, I don't know, because he's just my Before Hammerstein, Rodgers collaborated with lyricist Lorenz Hart. Pal Joey is a 1940 musical based on a series of short stories. Rodgers and Hart's simple love song, sung somewhat disingenuously in the musical, became a standard in the Great American Songbook. This witty, romantic song from Pal Joey imagines love as literature, which, as a librarian, I wholeheartedly support. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, I never learned to spell, at least not well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, I never learned to count a great amount. But my busy mind is burning to use what learning I've got. I won't waste any time. I'll strike when the iron is hot. If they asked me, I could write a book about the way you walk and whisper and look. I could write a preface on how we met, so the world will never forget. And the simple secret of the plot is just to tell them that I love you a lot. Then the world discovers, as my book ends, how to make two lovers of friends. The simple secret of the plot is just to tell them how I love you a lot. And the world discovers, as my book ends, how to make two lovers of friends. Thank you. When Rodgers finally teamed up with Hammerstein, Oklahoma was born in 1943, and musical theater was never the same. With Oklahoma, Rodgers and Hammerstein forever changed the way stories were told. This opening number did not just start a show, it started a revolution and set a new tone for musicals, where story and song were seamlessly woven together. Dedicated to our lead chair for the annual luncheon, who's back there checking on the baskets, I want to thank Linda Herbert for organizing this event along with the committee, and also our chairman, Stephen Gring, and his wife for supporting me in this event. Linda had shared with me that she was in a theater group in college, and Oklahoma was one of the shows that she performed in, and also one of her favorites. So since then, since that conversation with her, I wanted to make sure that I included this into the performance today. Oh, What a Beautiful Morning, one of the most beloved and recognized songs from the Rodgers and Hammerstein collection, is optimistic, wide open, and timeless, much like a day spent here in Ocean City. Oh, what a beautiful morning. Oh, what a beautiful day. I've got a beautiful feeling. Everything's going my way. There's a bright golden haze on the meadow. There's a bright golden haze on the meadow. The corn is as high as an elephant's eye, and it looks like it's climbing clear up to the sky. Oh, what a beautiful morning. Oh, what a beautiful day. I've got a beautiful feeling. Everything's going my way. All the sounds of the earth are like music. All the sounds of the earth are like music. The breeze is so busy, it don't miss a tree. And an old weeping willow is laughing at me. Oh, what a beautiful morning. Oh, what a beautiful day. I've got a beautiful feeling. Everything's going my way. Oh, what a beautiful day. Thank you. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Miss Sara Maimone, everybody.
Thank you so much. So we left off with Oklahoma, and following the spectacular success of that musical, Rodgers and Hammerstein sought to collaborate on another piece. Carousel opened on Broadway on April 19th, 1945, and it was an immediate hit with both critics and audiences. In fact, Carousel was named the best musical of the 20th century. In Carousel, love is hinted at, love is hidden behind hypotheticals, and love is heartbreakingly real. Like a sequence in opera, If I Loved You is a musical conversation, a massive revelation in musical theater at the time of the show's premiere. Stephen Sondheim referred to this scene as the singular, most important moment in the evolution of contemporary musicals. This haunting song captures the ache of words unspoken. It is delicate and complex, unresolved and deeply human. It is timeless and as relevant now as it was when Carousel first opened. If I loved you, time and again I would try to say all I'd want you to know. If I loved you, words wouldn't come in an easy way. Round in circles I'd go. Rodgers and Hammerstein never shied away from difficult topics or conversations. In 1949, South Pacific addressed racism head on, and this song, controversial in its time, still resonates today and is one of the most powerful statements ever made on a Broadway stage. One of the boldest songs in the Rodgers and Hammerstein collection, "You've Got to Be Carefully Taught," reminds us that prejudice is not born, but taught, learned, and that change can only begin by recognizing the lessons that we pass on. You've got to be taught to hate and fear. You've got to be taught from year to year. It's got to be drummed in your dear little ear. You've got to be carefully taught. You've got to be taught to be afraid of people whose eyes are oddly made, and people whose skin is a different shade. You've got to be carefully taught. You've got to be taught before it's too late, before you are 6 or 7 or 8, to hate all the people your relatives hate. You've got to be carefully taught. You've got to be carefully taught. From confronting prejudice to finding common ground, in Rodgers and Hammerstein's 5th musical, we find warmth and humor as cultures collide and understanding begins. Written in 1951, The King and I was an immediate hit, blending heartfelt ballads and vibrant cultural influences, capturing both the grandeur and intimacy of the story's themes of love, tradition, and cultural exchange. A sweet, bright song, beautifully reinforcing the show's overall themes about finding understanding across differences, ideal for teachers, students, family, friends, and anyone who believes in the power of connection. Getting to know you, getting to know all about you, getting to like you, getting to hope you like me, getting to know you, putting it my way but nicely. You are precisely my cup of tea. Getting to know you, getting to feel free and breezy. When I am with you, getting to know what to say. Haven't you noticed? Suddenly I'm bright and easy because of all the beautiful and new things I'm learning about you day by day. Getting to know you, getting to feel free and easy. Getting to know you, getting to know what to say. Haven't you noticed? Suddenly I'm bright and breezy because of all the beautiful and new things I'm learning about you day by day. You joined me on that one. That was good. Thank you. The music of Rodgers and Hammerstein reminds us that stories told through song can open hearts, spark change, and bring us all together. So once again, I am incredibly grateful to work with Maestro Vince Lee on this set for you today. You've not only conducted my concerts at the Music Pier, but today you got to accompany me on just the piano for this musical journey that we both took together, and I am deeply thankful for that. Maestro Vince Lee has crafted an incredible 96th season for the Ocean City Pops this summer, and I know, as well as you do if you've attended any of those shows, that he is going to continue to captivate our audiences until that last curtain falls this season. Thank you. The songs that Vince and I performed for you today have stood the test of time. If you enjoyed this selection of music, don't forget him mentioning that we have the concert this weekend, August 24th, Rodgers and Hammerstein's with the Ocean City Pops, and the Hammersteins will be making an appearance at that, which is very special for us. Our final piece today is the very last song that Rodgers and Hammerstein wrote together in 1959. When The Sound of Music began its pre-Broadway tryout, I'm going to try to take this out. This song was not even part of the original score. Rodgers then wrote the melody, and Hammerstein crafted the delicate lyrics as a gentle farewell. It was one of the very few times that the music came first in their collaboration. The final song they created feels like a timeless folk tune that simply yet powerfully expresses love for home and heritage while holding on to what matters with hope in uncertain times. Homeland forever. Thank you, Vince. Thank you so much.
Ladies and gentlemen, one more time for the spectacular Miss Sara Maimone.